Hey you guys, happy Sunday. This Sunday, July the 21st, and I am out here enjoying the break in the rain. Got some clouds today. It's supposed to rain, I think, the whole entire next week, which is, ugh. It's summertime. You want to be out there enjoying stuff. But I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about the side effects that I have experienced being on Zepbound, and some things that you may experience, not necessarily negative things. So that is something I want to discuss with you today. Hi, again, my name is Tabitha. I just took my third shot of Zepbound, and I am on 2.5 milligrams right now. What I have experienced is beyond what I have expected. So I originally started Zepbound only because I did some blood work and I was very disappointed in myself. I was very shocked at especially my A1C and the level that my cholesterol crept up to. My A1C was borderline diabetic, or pre-diabetic, I'm sorry. I was at the pre-diabetic stage. So I've never had a high A1C before. It's always been on the other end of the spectrum. I've always had low blood sugar. So to see that was very scary for me. So I decided I was going to make that change. I had been on phentermine, started taking my second month, and I honestly, I couldn't take more than half a pill to 3/4 of a pill at one time because of the anxiety. Not to mention, it makes your blood pressure go up. So my blood pressure had been pretty high, and can also make you lose a lot of fluids, keep you dehydrated, that sort of thing. So I had been on that, wasn't really losing any weight, did the blood work, went ahead and talked to the doctor, got the shot started. Now, the first day I took the shot, just to go into the side effects that I experienced, the first day that I took the shot, I noticed that I was a little bit tired right after, like more like a relaxed feeling, a relaxed sensation, which is good because being on phentermine, you're kind of excited at bedtime. It's hard to go to sleep sometimes. So I started feeling relaxed instantly. I took the shot probably around 8 something in the evening, maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. It was after 8. And I've pretty much stuck to that on a Tuesday. So on Tuesday, when I take my shot, I get a little bit tired. That's the first side effect. I start immediately feeling full, and then I start peeing a lot. So the fluids just go right through you when you do it. This is coffee, not water. Y'all, I need to do better. Anyway, so I started peeing a lot. I do get nauseous that first day, just a little bit. It's not something that is so uncomfortable that I can't take it. There was 2 days total since I've taken the shot where I actually felt, one day where I actually threw up after eating some hot dogs, which I talked about in that first video. And then another day we had homemade hamburgers, and I ate that with like a keto bun, like not bun, but those little rounds, 100-calorie rounds. I ate it with that, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I almost felt the same way that I did when I ate those hot dogs. Like it was just kind of sitting there and I felt nauseous. But I think it was the same night that I took the shot, so it was right after. But the things that I have noticed that are, to me, of great benefit, and I probably would have started taking the shot before, if I noticed these things, those are things that are surprising to me. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'll tell you how much weight I've lost. Just stick around till the end. I've got to go and check in on the numbers, but I will tell you how much weight I've lost since then. So when I first started, I have been going to therapy for months for my back since October, for my lower back and my jaw. I have a lot of tension that I keep in my jaw. And what happens is I clench all the time, and so it gets tight here. Lower back hurts because I'm in the car driving to work, an hour and a half, driving from work, an hour and a half. So that's 3 hours a day. I sit at a desk. I am at a sit-stand desk right now again. So I do have a treadmill that I use. I try to move around and stand up throughout the day. But the first thing that I noticed was the water loss. And I do believe that's due to inflammation just going down in my body. The pain that I used to have, where it was unbearable to the point where I drove in traffic one day and I got halfway to work and I'm like, I've got to go home and take something strong just to get through the rest of this day. I mean, I had pain radiating from my shoulder to my hands. I'm not feeling that pain anymore. Right now, I'm having a little bit of back pain, but we did some work outside this weekend. And it's more like of a strain pain, not like a inflammation type pain. But the inflammation that I feel from my arthritis in my hands is so bad sometimes, just from gripping the steering wheel and driving, that I would take so much ibuprofen, Aleve, Tylenol, that it just couldn't, there's no way taking that much could be healthy. And I wasn't taking the recommended dose, I'd take more. But since I've taken it, in the first week, I noticed that change. And it made me so happy. That feeling of just having energy from not being in pain. So the first thing is the inflammation going down. The second thing would be the energy that you get from losing the inflammation. I had so much energy. I started doing 4 miles on my treadmill at work now. So I'm back to 4 miles on the treadmill. Actually, I was doing 3 before that, but I started doing 4 miles on my treadmill at my desk. And then on my breaks and lunch, I'll still go outside again and do, whatever I can within, those periods of time. The other side effect that I am surprised about is the first day that I took the shot on Tuesday, that next day, Wednesday morning, I noticed that I could barely finish my coffee. So, and it wasn't like being full kind of thing for the coffee. It was, I just didn't want it. And let me tell you how much coffee I drink. So I have a Stanley thermos. It's probably about yay high. And I'll fill that with coffee. Start drinking it when I'm getting ready for work, and then fill it again before I leave in the morning. So I'll sip on that on the way to work, and I'll sip on that at work. Well, that first day, I made it, took a sip, and I didn't really think about it again. I still had it when I got to work, the first one. Now, normally, I'll get to work, I'll finish that, we've got bees out here. I will finish that second thermos, and then I will go and I'll go in and I'll get a Keurig K-cup, what you call them? It's K-cups. I'll go and get a K-cup, and I'll make 1 or 2 of those at work, and then when my friend comes to work or when I go on my lunch break, one of us will hit up Starbucks, and I would have a venti flat white. Lord have mercy. A venti flat white with 3 shots of espresso in it. So that first week, I didn't have Starbucks one time, not one time. And I only had my first thing of coffee. Now on a day off, on my Friday when I was off, I had my first cup of coffee in a smaller cup. So like in this. And then if I finish it, then I'll go and I'll have another one. But usually I don't even end up finishing that second one. But I've saved so much money just by not going to Starbucks every single day. So that's a blessing. And what I would eat in between the cups of coffee would be like cheese, because I was a keto queen before. So I lost a lot of weight on keto, and I was still eating, carbs, but I'd have like Baby Bell cheese or cheese sticks and things like that, nuts, just different things to snack on. But I never felt like I was satiated when I was at work. So I would end up snacking throughout the day. And then I would go and get the egg bites from Starbucks, or have my friend pick that up when she got Starbucks. And the egg bites actually had 11 grams of carbs in them. So I would have that almost every single day, you guys. And a venti flat white. So I've had Starbucks a couple of times since then, but I can only stomach a grande cold brew with ice in it. So I did try to do my venti flat white the other day, and oh my gosh, my stomach was hurting so bad, probably from all the dairy. So I probably won't do that again. If I do get a flat white, it'll be a smaller one for sure. I won't do that again. But when I get the cold ones, I do get a grande now instead of a venti. So that is a plus. Less coffee. That's going to be better for me. And since I use the bathroom so much when I take this medicine, like, it's good because I can get dehydrated. So that's moving on to the next thing is I drink a lot more water. And it's because probably I am more thirsty. Even being on the phentermine, I wasn't that thirsty. But I feel like I'm always thirsty right now. So I take 2 bottles of water at least to work, usually 3. I do put my liquid IV in at least one of those bottles. Sometimes I'll get like a Propel. Liquid IV is just the best. So if you guys haven't tried liquid IV, you definitely want to go that route first. If I can find a link for it, I will put that in the description below. But I would go that route first, rather than just any old electrolyte powder, because I've tried many. I've tried some from Amazon. There are a couple other ones from Amazon that I may post in the link below, but Liquid IV has always been the best. Now, if you get the sugar-free one, just keep in mind it's got allulose in it, so you may have some stomach upset. But if you're constipated and you drink Liquid IV that's sugar-free, it's going to help you actually eventually move your bowels. So that's a plus. Kills 2 birds in 1 stone. You get hydrated, and then you don't have to take like a laxative or anything to go to the bathroom, because it kind of has that effect. That's another thing. You do tend to get constipated, and I think that has a lot to do with how much fluid you're drinking. So just make sure you are keeping up with your fluids on this medication, because if you don't, you are going to get constipated, and you're going to be dehydrated, and you're going to get dizzy. So a lot of the side effects that you may experience are simply because you're not staying hydrated. Keep that in mind. It's very important. All right, so the last thing is what I've noticed is that I don't drink the way that I used to. So I was having either a Truly every night, which is low calorie seltzer. I'd have a low calorie seltzer every night, or a High Noon, which is a vodka seltzer. And these are flavored but very low calorie. But I do think that was contributing to my high A1C, even though I would have the low calorie ones. So I think I would have one probably, maybe for a while it was almost every night, maybe every other night. But I've only had it now on the weekends. Like, for example, we had like a party with our motorcycle club, and I did go and I had a seltzer, didn't finish it, went and got another one, didn't finish that one either. And that's the way that it is. I haven't been finishing them. I can't even finish them. So my desire to have alcohol isn't there either. And it's not like I'm a drunk or anything like that, but in the summertime it gets hot. You're outside. You do, want something cool and refreshing. I've had a craving for like Diet Dr. Pepper, which is weird. Because I'm not a big soda drinker, but that's what I'm drinking instead of, like, I don't have the craving for the alcohol, which, if you had to choose between the two, it's probably better to have the Diet Dr. Pepper. but I've noticed that my desire for alcohol is different. My desire for a lot of things feels different, and I have heard that people, like, they feel like they gamble less, they feel like they're more satiated in other areas of their life. So I think that is true. I do think that is true, that it is making a difference in the other cravings that I have. So I'm sorry, I'm waiting for my fiance to get home. He went on a motorcycle ride with some of his guys, and he should be home soon. But yeah, so that is basically the things that I've noticed that are a plus. And let me see, let me look at my papers here. Okay, so the day before I did my first shot, I weighed on my Teladoc scale, which is a scale that I had from another Teladoc system, not the weight loss program that I'm using. The weight loss program that I'm using uses a withing scale, and it's supposed to send the information to your doctor automatically. Well, the first day that I weighed, I was on my Teladoc scale, I was 195. Okay. The Thursday of that week, so this would have been like Monday of that week, or Tuesday. I don't remember if I weighed the day before, or if it was the day of the shot. Either way, it was before I actually took the first shot. And I noticed within that week, I had lost a lot of, within 2 days, I had lost a lot of water weight. So when I weighed myself again, it was, from what I saw on the scale, it said 184. But when it sent the information to my Teladoc system, to my doctor, it was saying I was at 182. I never saw 182 on the scale, to be honest with you, so I don't know how that even came to be. But the next time that I weighed myself on that scale, I was, again, it was 184. So it looked like I went up 2 pounds. Now, on the Teladoc scale, I went from 195 to like 186 point something. So I could tell there was a lot of fluid being retained in my legs, so I knew something was wrong. So me losing all that water weight is really of no surprise to me, because when I'd walk around, it felt like I was really inflamed everywhere. My face was holding water, my legs were holding water. And so when I was using the bathroom for 2 days straight, it was kind of obvious that that's what was happening. I was losing water weight. So I had my cycle, and as I said, I was not going to weigh during my cycle or that week before, because I know that I retain a lot of water during my cycle. And I was like, I'll just wait until it's over, until I know it's over, and I will weigh again. And I did. And I could tell the difference before I weighed myself. I walked in the house, and my fiance's mom's like, oh, you can tell you lost some weight, girl. And I was like, and this was like the day that my cycle was pretty much, finishing, and I was starting to see the fluid come off. She said she saw it, so I was like, yes. And then I could see it, and my clothes now were fitting differently. This is after my cycle's done. All my clothes were loose, so things that were tight before, now they're loose. So I was like, okay, well, I'm excited to finally weigh myself, but I'm going to do it in the morning. I do it with no clothes on, just to make sure that I get the same reading every time. And I weigh on both scales. So when I weighed on the original scale that I used, I was 180. 180. So remember, it started at 195, it went down to 180. And when I went to the other scale, which again, I didn't use that scale until after I had already took the shot and had been on it and lost the water weight. When I weighed on that one, it said 178. So there's a couple of pounds difference there. I'll take the 178. I think right after I had surgery, the day I had surgery last year, I was 174. And on my own, over the last decade or so, that's about as low as I've gone on my own, is 174, 175. And it was hard for me to stay at that weight. And I'm not tall. I'm like 5'3¾". So I'm carrying the weight in the right places. So when I lost 15 pounds, and I don't think it's just water weight anymore because I can see a difference in my face. Um, I can actually see some, bone coming out here. My hips tend to be wider, and the top of my rear end, I could feel the fat around it before I started this. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the medication, was because I was accumulating a lot of fat in my upper legs and in my hip area, spreading out. So, and my arms, like really, my arms have always been like really big, but since I had surgery, which I'll talk about some other time, the weight goes to my hips, the weight goes to my butt, which, that's not a problem. And then the weight goes to my upper thighs, but my upper thighs were so thick, and I noticed, they're slimming down so much. I really need to get back on my weights. We've been working on our redneck pool filter all weekend. I don't know if we can even see it from the end of the porch here, but we've been working on our pool. All weekend, so I hadn't really had the opportunity to get in and get some weights done, but I'll make that a point this week. So I'm not just walking, I'm also creating some muscle. So anyway, down to 178 or 180, depending on which scale you choose, but I couldn't be happier. My clothes are back to fitting again. I can wear some things that I wouldn't dare have put on before. And I'm only on 2.5, guys, and this is just my third shot. So I have one more shot, and then my next appointment's on August the 6th, so I'm really not sure if I need to reach out and get my refill before that, because I will need another shot around that time, so I'm not really 100% sure what to do. Tell me what you do in the comments below, but I think I'm going to reach out to the app that I'm using and see if they can help me, like, get in to get my next shots. I mean, not get in, but get into the prescription, or figure out if I need to go up or down, or up or stay up where I'm at. I really don't know what to do. I do notice this week that I'm not as hungry. Today's Saturday. I took the shot on Tuesday. The last 2 weeks I've been hungrier close to the weekend. Once the shot starts wearing off, it's a little bit different this week. I think maybe because, again, I'm not, about to be on my cycle. I'm not on my cycle. I think those cravings were because of my cycle. But anyway, I'm going to go and wait for my man to get back on his bike here. And I will update you guys. Maybe next time I will do a what I eat in a day, or things that I eat while I'm on this medication. I'll do another update shortly. I don't know how long of a series to do on something like Zepbound, because I don't know how long I'm going to be on it. Like, how much weight do I really want to lose? I'm getting married in October, and I don't just want to be skinny. I want to be healthy. I want to be physically fit, and I do want to be within a range that is attractive to my partner. I don't want to be so skinny that, it's unattractive either. I have never wanted that. So I have to make that decision, I guess, after I get there. I did talk to the doctor originally about, what do you do once you've lost the weight, and how do you keep the weight off? Do you keep the weight off? And she did say that she's not opposed to being on it long term. at a maintenance level. And I can see that being a good thing, because I feel like it cuts off, whatever in your brain that makes you feel like you just need to go out and eat. You aren't looking for a dopamine rush from sugar or salty snacks. You're getting it stabilized, is what I feel like. I don't know exactly, but anyway, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. There's another topic that you want to talk about with Zepbound Tirzepatide Mounjaro, I think is the same thing. If there's anything else that you want to talk about, leave that down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to go over it. I do want to do more videos on living a life that is job optional. And I do have a son who recently became unemployed. So we're going to have a conversation on things that he's going to try and do to make money while he is looking for his next job. My daughter is also graduating from college at the end of the year. So she is then going to be needing to make money to support herself. So I think this is going to be a fun topic. Again, I am going to go ahead and try and update you guys on the PLR and MMR products that I have below. In my stand store, you guys can get, I've got some faceless reels if you're looking to start an Instagram or a Facebook page for your digital products business. I have got, or any business, to be honest. When I say digital products, that is just if that's your choice, okay? That is not what you have to do. You could just become a content creator. You could be somebody who talks to people about, like I said, manifestation is a community that I love to be in. Manifestation, you could be talking to people about health and fitness. And I've got some reels that are available for you, 1,400 reels that you can use. All you got to do is add your wording and add your music in whichever app you're going to upload it to, TikTok, whatever. I've got Instagram post templates that are below, and I am working on getting you guys, instead of paying for an expensive course, if you can't afford that. Now, I do recommend doing that, and I'm just saying that because that's what I did. And I learned so much from it, especially if you're not like really tech savvy, you haven't been around the internet too long. If you haven't, I'm telling you, that's the way to go. That's what you need to do. You need to do that course. You can break it up into payments, and you'll be able to finish it in a few days. And it will teach you everything that you need to know. Once you're done with it, if you need, more help with, let's say, Instagram, or you need more help with learning how to market your business, how to set up your website, you can go back to those modules and you can watch it. It's 28 modules that's going to teach you how to create your digital marketing business, create a brand, create products. It's going to teach you all of that within that course. So things that you've never done before. For example, I'm making my wedding invitations because of what I learned in this course. I'm making them myself, so I'm saving money by doing that. And you can do that for other people. You can personalize them. That's something that I actually learned how to do in this course, which I thought was amazing. So do look at that. If you open up the Stand Store link, it's going to take you to a page where you can get any of those products. There's also one that you can get 200 plus done for you digital products, and all you have to do is just modify the pictures or the color scheme and make it your own. Put your own branding on it. I did one for my friend who is a personal trainer. I put her logo on it and created her own fitness planner so that she can give that to her people when she's signing them up for physical training, for coaching. So look at all that down below. If you've ever been interested in making money for yourself and not necessarily having to have a job to make money, this is the way to do it. The digital age is here. We can't pretend like it doesn't exist anymore. Let's go out there. Let's make money our own way. Let's not rely on these jobs that are so fickle that people are laying people off left and right. Let's not rely on them to be our source of income. Let's empower ourselves so that we have many different ways that we can make money, many different ways that we can build a future for ourselves and for our family, or just have extra money to go on vacation or buy a new car where you don't have to take that out your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Your job is optional. There are other ways that you can make money. And I will get all that linked in the description below this video as well. Okay? You guys have a wonderful week. And I'll be back to talk more about my weight loss journey and digital marketing and what you can do to make money online. All right? Bye.